All right, let's talk about some of the fundamentals of B.B. King. Well, what's the first thing everybody talks about? Vibrato, of course. I mean, it's magic. I can't do it the way that he does. And I have relatively large hands, but man, his hands were like bear paws. I remember shaking his hand. But anyways, imagine that sound that he shakes the life out of it. It was, something special. Okay, what's that little thing I played there at the end? Oh, that slur. That little double stop. He'd put that in between licks. It sounds like a slur. He'd just make it work. It was literally a part of his vocabulary. Man, it's like, to me, it's almost like a chord. It is a chord, whatever, but it's like, that's a BB thing. It's a BB lick, all in one, just playing that. And it's magical, like to break it in. And then, okay, what else can we talk about? The bending, of course, that minor third. I love that so much. And I play really heavy strings. And in a way, me wanting to get that sound led to me playing it like this. So I didn't have to bend it every night. And it became like a thing of mine that is 100% directly attributed to what BB does. Man, just magic stuff. And then, the way he phrases on the shuffle, the call and response, to be like... And it was just such a special thing that he had. I think it's easy to kind of not overlook, but to just take for granted his greatness. But you don't realize how much he changed the game when he came on the scene. Everybody who followed after him was influenced just tremendously by what he was doing, because he was taking some of T-Bone Walker and Charlie Christian and the early single-note improvisers and turning them into this very vocal, soulful sound. And he was truly one of the first guys to do that. There were some slide guys doing it, and he was also trying to approximate some of that, like his cousin Bucka. But man, he was just something completely unique, special. And yeah, again, you don't call him the king of the blues for nothing. Yeah.
All right, we've got a shuffle track to play over here, inspired by the kind of groove that BB would play back in the 60s on records like Live at the Regal, which if you don't have, I suggest you immediately get hold of. It's a flat tire shuffle. It's the snare is on the offbeats all the way through, and it gives it a sounds like your flat tire. Du-dum, 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 du-dum. That's how it got its name. Some people call them a backward shuffle as well. But it's a fun groove to play over, a little different than a regular shuffle. But it's, as with BB, is always the case, it's up and it's swinging and it feels good. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have BB in mind. We're not trying to ape his playing. We're not trying to play him note for note. It's never been about that for me. We're trying to keep the things that made him great in our mind and try and have those qualities in our playing, be inspired by the qualities of his playing and the little features, but put it together in our own way. So it's a regular 12 bar in B flat, which I know some people get a little freaked out at between the dots keys. But BB often played in flat keys. This is a horn band, he always had horns. So you'll find a lot of BB King tracks in more unusual keys. If you come from more of a blues rock, E, A, D, and G kind of background, you're going to find when you play along with some BB King records, they're going to be in B flat, A flat, C sharp. He played in all those keys. But it's part of the sound. All the keys sound different. So for a swinging shuffle, nothing like B flat. It's the tenor saxophone key, and those qualities are imparted onto the guitar as well. It's the swinging key.
All right, so let's talk about the performance and the backing track that I have for you here. Again, not going to try to, just play an emulated B.B. King solo. By the way, only B.B. King could do that. I'll just play the way that I play. But there'll be some very obvious B.B. King style licks. Now, I play all over the world. I travel. Not necessarily in the past year, but for a living, I've traveled. That's what I do. I make records and I play guitar. I utilize the B.B. King licks and blues on my stage time more than anybody. So me playing this next here and it sounding pretty B.B. King style-esque is not uncommon because it's really in my playing that much. So I have a nice slow blues in G. It's more of a B.B. King style, maybe Stormy Monday. So there's some kind of a little more jazzy chord changes to it. It's in G. It's definitely 1-4-5, but then it does a minor walk up. And then a sharp 5, like a Stormy Monday feel. But that, is common for, say, B.B. King's music, where there's some changes for him to play over. Makes the straight blues licks very harmonic. And again, to play that kind of, some of that major 6 pretty bends in there that I love so much. So I'll play the track for you now. I'll just kind of play the way I would play a solo over the changes, and then we'll go back and we'll break down the solo and figure it all out.
Now I'm going to play along to a track just to demonstrate how BB influenced me as a guitar player. I'm going to be using some of the elements that I was just describing to you as a guitar player in the way I'm going to solo over this track. It's a slow blues in the key of C, and similar in sound and style to what you hear if you listen to the track Sweet Little Angel from Live at the Regal. Sweet Little Angel's in the key of D flat. This track is in the key of C, so it's a little bit different in that sense. But otherwise, it's a very relaxed blues. It's a slow 12/8. There's a lot of piano. It's jazzy, really, more than like a Chicago blues sound with a driving beat. It's really relaxed, and that was part of the B.B. King thing too, is if the band was like this big cushion, it gave him a tremendous amount of latitude to sing soft and bluesy and gospely, or to really, drive his point home with something more intense. So I'll play along to the track right now, and then we'll break it down.
That's all for this session. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell for more lessons in the future. Make sure you check out the other lessons on our channel, and don't forget to head over to TrueFire.com for the full experience. We have synchronized tabs, jam tracks, and a massive library of courses covering all topics a guitarist could ever want to learn. Until next time.